Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Keep It Spiritually Simple show. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you, and I do appreciate if you would just like, subscribe, and share to this channel so that this program can come to everyone's home and circulate on their social media. Now, I am so excited to have Debra Moore back on, and you need to go back and listen to segment one because we did a healing meditation that was quite powerful. And during this one, we're also going to do another one. So, what I might recommend you do if you've come across this show, whether it be Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, or YouTube, just pause it right now and wait till you get to a space where you're not operating heavy machinery or responsible for other things around you, and just listen to the whole thing at one time, which will be 20 to 30 minutes in total. So put us on pause, come back and listen to us, hit like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, leave us a question that we might be able to answer on the next show. So welcome back, Debra Moore. It is so good to see your beautiful face.
Hi, Sandra. How you doing?
I'm doing well on this funny Monday.
Yeah, and
Oh,
welcome everyone who's
yes.
y'all are invited in, being a part of energy field for those that are listening now and in the future. You're being
Yes.
affected. Hmm.
Yes, very much so. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever you listen to here will resonate with you for a while. And if you keep listening or coming back to, say, the meditative healing, you're just activating it even more. So it comes into your present awareness a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months from now. So,
sure.
you're filling that spiritual bank. You're putting deposits into your 401k, spiritual 401ks. So let's go.
So there's layers, right? So realize things doesn't end there. It's like taking a step, and then we take another step. And last time we spoke about seeking, and then once you have landed on something that you wish to drawn to, you wish to work, teacher, or mentor, it, you go into the journey. And the journey takes you inside, not outside. This journey we've been on is been conditioning. We're born into the earth. So let's talk about that a second. First connection, yes, is the mother and father's seeds, but it's also the soul. At the point of conception, the soul comes in and agrees with the ancestors certain requirements in order to access the DNA. And once those requirements are accepted by you, and then the conception takes full place, and then you begin as a soul mastering access to the physical. First master step is to create your avatar body. You do that. And I find that to be a powerful viewpoint because we're taught that it's mom and dad. We're never really contemplating our step in that. There's periods prior to our coming into this world that the soul must obtain the capability to master that step. So we get here and we're masters to begin with. And from the teachings out of the Vedas, our first 6 hours after birth, we're completely aware as a soul in the body. We have arrived. We have completed that first master step. Then there's a number of connections that are made, both with mom and dad, also the collective consciousness. And the collective, we are all through our brain accessing in the field of awareness, manifesting into the physical, So it is consciousness itself manifesting itself into the physical. We are consciousness itself manifesting itself into the physical. Allow that to sink in for a moment. We are masters having achieved our avatar body. These bodies are sacred. They are of consciousness itself. There is not a separation between physical and spiritual. It is spiritual manifested in the physical. There is no separation. There's no separation once you're in the physical body. Yes, 6 hours you're conscious as a soul. And then it slowly begins to slow down and shut down as the veils come down. And we experience something we don't experience as eternal beings. We experience separation. Why? We learn here through contrast. An eternal being is challenging itself. How will I sustain myself in contrast to what I am, not knowing what I am? That's the journey into the physical. Many of us are on the return journey. And in doing that, it's bringing our eternal beingness, our connection to consciousness, our consciousness itself into the physical body. And this happens in layers. And we have tremendous amount of support. There's gamma rays regularly coming in on the planet prior to 2012, which was, the infamous date of December 21st, 2012. We got our first hit of gamma from the galactic center through our sun hitting the Earth. There's also many other molecular objects, particles that are hitting the planet now because of the sector of the universe. And we are coming up and through a sector that is raising our consciousness. These particles are hitting the center of the Earth and coming back up into the crust of the Earth. So we're getting it coming in on the Earth, and we're receiving it, hitting the Earth, coming back up, getting it in both directions. It's shifting physical body. It's shifting and awakening aspects of you that begin to search, that want to search for understandings that you weren't perhaps even conscious of. All of a sudden, there's an interest in spirituality, not religion, spirituality. As I came to decipher the two, because I was raised in a very strict religion, and I'm grateful for that because of the connection to spirit that it gave me. I just wasn't involved in the dogma. I didn't believe a lot of the dogma. And a lot of the dogma is fear-based in religions. And when we invert the second chakra, say, and place people in fear, they'll follow the directives to save ourselves. However, we open our heart and we come into love. And we love all that is and all the contrasts. Even though the mind, the ego, can combat it, wants to make a story up about it, rather do drama around it. When we settle into the heart and come into love, then we evolve. The fear holds us. And there's some mighty stories out there, making it into the pearly gates and all that. Well, if you're an eternal being, why give your power to something that separates you from your eternal beingness, your divine essence? While some of us will say, to connect into the divine essence. Well, you're already connected. You're not really connecting in. You're becoming aware of. So we are both primal in these physical beings and enlightened. And the point is to have that dance between the primal and the enlightened, to allow more of your awareness to come in to your physical beingness. Now, the physical body is interesting in that it has abilities most have not connected to. For decades, we thought psychics were very special. They were gifted. Well, the truth is that we can all have our clairs, clairsentience, which is our knowing. You know when something's right. You know what direction to go in. Our clear audio, where our senses of hearing extends out into the multiverse, and we're connecting with our guidance and the other aspects of self. A clear visual, and each one of our senses has an added layer to it. But it takes a certain amount of chronic energy being held in our subtle bodies to activate. In India, they have not lost the ancient teachings, and some practitioners have built up enough prana that they can levitate, that they can teleport, which is the one I really want. I'd like to visit a lot of parts of the world without ever getting on a plane, to bilocate, and a number of others that kind of, you can make yourself really big, you can make yourself really small. Okay. Not one on my list, but who knows where the world's going? It might need it. We have no idea how magnificent, because we've been taught other. We've been conditioned, and we've been conditioned through the egoic mind. In my view, everything's egoic until you start really living from your energetic beingness. And then you see the separation in a sense. You understand which is the ego and which is the energetic. Where's the directions coming from the ego and the stories and the resistance and the shutting down and the numbness and the separating from and the judgments and the pointing the finger out at the other, blaming them for how you feel. How do you self-empower? Own your feelings. Those feelings aren't anybody else's. You're feeling them. They're yours. So you put that finger down, out, and you start working on the back at it. You own your emotions. So where we've gone from going into witnessing, which is a mental act, knowing that we're in blame. How often do we blame things we don't even know we're blaming? We don't listen. And so in order to evolve, in order to shift in our world, we have to begin to reprogram software. My view, Most of our software is destructive towards ourselves. And then what happens? You see destruction out in the world. You know how you end war? You come into peace with yourself, with the world around you. You don't use fear, blame, judgment as weapons. You come into peace. For every judgment you make externally, you're holding 100 judgments against yourself. How would you know that? You're too involved with everything external. Come inside and witness it. Most people, when they witness how often they're judging themselves, judge themselves for judging themselves. So it's a process of allowing that to come up and be released. Does this make sense?
Completely and
And
totally.
yeah. So in order to self-empower, rather than playing the victim tyrant game, which humanity plays, you just watch it. You see it in movies, you see it in politics, you see it in religions. Your eternal beingness, your divinity, you connect by going inside. When we go outside and anything we're reflecting externally is not divinity unless you're living from it. Then you'll watch things change. When you are inside and working from a place of your eternal energies, connections occur that you'll never experience as long as you're reacting to the external world. And you won't realize until you do this that how you shift yourself shifts the external world. So today, we're going to go into a meditation, a little journey, where I'm going to call in your guidance and your spirit team to come in and help clear out whatever initially is blocking you. And your guides will do this. I will. I'm asking. That's, also very important. We must invite our spirit in to help us. Okay? Life answers us when we ask questions. The problem is that we're so in our heads, we don't see the answers. We don't recognize it doesn't match our connectedness. You ask a question and you hold that question and ask yourself to see how life answers you. I've had bulletin boards as billboards as I'm driving down the road, like with that answer on it. And it's like, I can't believe that it's that big, but it's that big. I had amazing directions from spirit coming at me through movies. And it's like I'm holding a question, all of a sudden somebody on the TV screen is answering me. And it was like, oh, I can't believe that. Well, you can doubt. You can go in that direction and see how it works for you based off of that answer. One dear friend of mine used to say, well, if I'm not sure of the answer I'm receiving, I say to spirit, bring it back to me in 3 different ways so that I really understand that you are speaking. So just know that life answers us all the time. We just have to understand how it talks to us.
Yes.
That's between you and life. Okay, Sandra, are we ready? Do you want to go on a journey?
Yes, I'm all ready. Right here.
Okay.
Let's go. For any of
So,
you who are listening, this is where you would pause it if you decided to listen ahead of time. So please pause this, listen to it when you have an opportunity in quiet, where you can receive all that's intended to be received by you in your now moment. Hmm.
Right. So settle into your body, taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing into any tension, relaxing, adjusting for your comfort. You can sit up, you can lie down. Just allow yourself to be in a restful, receptive state. So I'm going to take you into your inner chambers. And as I walk you through this, some people see it, some people feel it, some people know it, and some people, as they're hearing it, they just envision themselves there. It's an opportunity to witness how you experience it. There's no right or wrong. And if you find yourself somewhere else and then you hear my voice, it's fine, just come back. So another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I may say envision or imagine, do what it is that you do. Imagine yourself standing at the top of an escalator going down. This escalator goes into your subconscious. And so on one, we're stepping on the escalator, asking for our subconscious mind open to us as we journey down 2, 3, 4, relaxing deeper and deeper into yourself. 5, you're going to see a little place coming up on 6. You can place your mindset, pick it up on the way out. You don't need the conscious mind. We're going into the subconscious. 7, 8, resting deeper and deeper into yourself. On 9, you notice that it's opening to a hallway. And on 10, you step off of the escalator and you begin to walk this hallway. It's large, it's lit, and there's doors on either side. And you're going to walk up to the door with your name on it. And as you step towards the door with your name, it opens as it recognizes your soul signature. You step through the doorway, and there's a warmth, and it's tropical. You find yourself in this beautiful, lush area, and there's a trail in front of you. And as you walk down the trail, you notice there's these very tall trees on either side. And these tall trees create a canopy above you, shading you from the sun. You can feel the warm tropical energies on the light breezes moving through the trees. having the sun flickering off the leaves, sound, colors, various colors as you continue to walk now to your sacred space. You hear the songs of the birds. You smell the tropical flowers. And you notice that the trail is now opening up to a beach. This is your beach. However it looks, it looks. You walk down as you touch your feet onto the sand. It's warm and inviting. Your feet sink into this warmth and you feel safe. You are safe. The essence of the field is love. You come towards a chair waiting. And as you sit in the chair, call upon the Divine Mother and Divine Father, whose energies are present to protect us, to secure us, to allow anything that is in the way of your connection with them to be gently and easily dissolved. We invite your spirit team, your healing team to come forward. Many will be surrounded. Only two will initially introduce themselves to you. They are your team leaders. Allow this moment to connect to them. You have known them for a very long time. They have been with you through many incarnations. They know you at a soul level, and you know them. If they wish and you receive names, you notice how they look. You give them permission to support you through this process. And I'm going to invoke some clearing as your team leaders work with your spirit team to open up and clear by infusing pranic energy. We ask that pranic energy is poured into the C7 meridian, clearing, opening, and giving energy to. Pranic energy is poured into the T10, balancing the left and right hemispheres of the brain, mental, emotional, spiritual levels. Pranic energy is poured into the ICV valves, opening the valves, spinning them in the appropriate direction for you at the appropriate speed for you as the pranic energy connects between the valves, opening, clearing, balancing. Red is poured into the L5. Pranic energy is poured into the 12 plus 8 meridians, the navel chakra. clearing, balancing, aligning. Chronic energy is poured into throat chakra, clearing out any and all cellular dehydration, opening up the spleen meridian. Chronic energy is poured into the L1. Now, with some, each of your spirit team will work on specific chakras, balancing the chakras, using grace, clearing any elements no longer serving, clearing the navel chakra of any and all need to express power over another, any and all need to have power over expressed onto you, allowing yourself to release the victim consciousness, allowing yourself to release the tyrant consciousness, allowing yourself to enter the journey of self-empowerment, love. Now your guides are pouring the violet flame through the crown, coming into the third eye, dropping into the throat, into the heart, into your solar plexus, into your root chakra, down at the base of the body. Violet flame continues down the legs, clearing, balancing, opening all the chakras at the knees, the ankles, at the bottom of the feet, and below the foot, below your feet, is the Earth Star. Notice, if you can, the size of your Earth Star, whether it's activated or not. We're going to activate it now. Allow the violet flame to go into the Earth Star directly below your feet, activating it and allowing the Earth Star to expand to the width of your shoulders. The Earth Star is the connection between you and the planet itself. You have full connection. Now taking a deep breath and moving your awareness into your heart. From your heart, thanking your guides, thanking your spirit, thanking the Divine Mother and Father for their support, and allowing them to go on, releasing them as this part of the journey is complete. Taking a breath, standing up from the chair on the beach, feeling the shifts of energy that we both released and receive. Inhale, exhale. Begin to walk back towards the trail in gratitude for the things that you know you receive and for the things that you don't know you have received. Now walking back through the trail, notice if those birds singing the same or different song. What flowers do you see and smell? How beautiful the trees, the green leaves are. Noticing the connection you have to this, the all of this experience. You find yourself at the doorway, which slides open, stepping into the hallway. You walk back. This time we'll take an elevator. You step into the elevator. You connect to the ground floor. You're coming up in one, feeling all the shifts and changes integrating into you. And two, you recognize your body, your physical body. You're bringing all these shifts and changes balanced and integrated into the body. And you feel your body now receiving what you have received and letting go of the things that you let go of. And the freshness that you feel. You notice you're breathing in your body. You take a moment, integrating in. You can open your eyes on one. Hello, welcome back.
Mm, well, I don't know
Yeah,
about anyone else, but I was so energy drunk. I I hadn't even made it to the beach yet. Oh, I wanted to lay down in the flowers. I was like, my head was bobbing. It's like this is gonna look great on camera. I probably started drooling because I just went down so deep. That's so powerful. And yeah, I always talk about spiritual dope. Well, that was like divine, optimal, peaceful experience. Dope,
amen.
DOPE, baby. Um, Holy
Yeah.
moly.
So
I
just take some time. I think this might be a good place just to end our conversation
Yeah,
as
nobody wants to hear
everyone,
me talk after this.
well, we don't want to get pulled back into our brains.
No.
So, and just feel the energy and allow it to integrate into your physical body. There were shifts on the subtle levels that you will feel for a while. And if you notice how it's manifesting in your life, awesome. And sometimes it's much too subtle, but it's laid a foundation to open up your inner channels.
Mm.
Amen, sister.
Deborah, that was so powerful. And once again, I just can't thank you enough. And I'm going to let the listeners just continue to marinate and thank everyone for tuning in to Keep It Spiritually Simple. And Deborah will be back again very soon. And I'm sure she's going to bring some more powerful information and energy to each and every one of us. So much love to you, sister. And I will see you on the next video.
Bye for now. Love you all.
Bye.